So if you can send me at least your contact information with the new email to the new place, new to my, as I put it in the chat, then I will start sharing your information. And then everybody set up a time with me on one-on-one basis that we will work on your resume. Azhar is done already, and a couple of other people are done with the resume. So, because I don't want all these 6 months to go to waste here, because the sooner you get the job, the better it is. And you have all the, you have all, when you will be taking interview, what you will have is you will keep this site open. Okay, and then interview questions, you do this and then keep this in another window. Keep it open here. Okay, that way you could do Control F, and if you are getting the answer question, then you could just say it here. And I'm telling you, you have to memorize all this here. This is not a big task. It's very easy. They will ask you find command, du command, and then if you all these commands they will ask you, okay? And then once you go on to the job, here's the uh, so I think I put all the troubleshooting steps in this document here. You go in here for the Linux troubleshooting. Okay, this is where all the troubleshooting starts here. Okay, you don't have to worry about anything. Once you get on the job, they will have a document and everything. And then before that, you go into Google and type the problems you're getting. If you're getting like an error message or something, you type in Google, and it will give you how to do it. So, for example, if you get a ticket like swap is full, you type full and then Linux, and then you just type it in like here, and then it will give you how to clear swap memory. Okay, so swap memory is free memory of a physical. So if you do swap-a, if you want to clear 2 GB of swap RAM, you need to have more than 2 GB of physical RAM. Okay, swap-a, once the above command is completed successfully, issue the command to re-enable swap. Giving a swap off and swap on. Here I have something here that says it's going to do it automatically for on and off at the same time. If you run this command here, it will do on and off. But before you really do it, make sure you your team members and all that, okay? And it says disk usage file here. So how much each disk is using, size of the file and the folder, okay? It says disk usage of the file and the folder. That's what this means. They have hardware in your environment. They will actually give you a training here, a week or 2 weeks of training. If it's not hardware, if it's VMware, all you have to do is just log into VMware console and then troubleshoot there. What else? You know the version. These are the commands you type version. Log file is full. You could run this command here: log rotate etc rotate.conf. I explained to you what ILO is, track is. This is the console here. IBM, you called IBM HMC, Hardware Management Console, and for HP is called ILO, Integrated Light Out, and Dell, you type a DRAC. The physical system is down, you could also connect using, that way you could bring the system up. I'm gonna, when you're gonna have an interview, you will have this summary. So do is I'll show you when you're talking in the interview, they will ask you, uh, can you describe what you've been doing? So what you could do is I will tell you this here. Give me one moment. Okay, so what you could do is you could tell them, I'm working on admin in my current role, and you could say we have about 90% Linux boxes, and Red Hat, some Red Hat 6, some Red Hat 6, mostly Red Hat 7, 6 and 5, okay? What you could also say is like you're familiar with other OS like CentOS, Oracle, okay, OEL. Okay, etc. So you have all this in your environment, or you're familiar with this, okay? You tell them mostly you're doing with Red Hat. You have your environment includes test, development, QA, and production. And I work on change management. Okay, CR. It's called CR, change request. You work on change management. Change request is CR for production boxes. What is the scenario for this? Take a look. The first, if the system need RAM upgrade, if the system needs drive replaced, okay, and if the system needs other things that require reboot. Sometimes say if the system may not need a reboot, but any changes you're making that would require change any other okay. And you work on I work on a ticketing system using ServiceNow. You work on ticketing system using ServiceNow, but you're familiar with Remedy. Okay, what is this? This is actually a ticketing system. You'll have access to it, and there will be a ticket sent, and it will go into your queue. If they assign the ticket to you, it will go into your queue. So there are a lot of things in there. ServiceNow is security. This is pretty much what this is. This is like you get a login information here, and you see on the top, this is what it says, your system administrator. And there are a lot of other things they use ServiceNow for, but normally this is what the screen looks like. You go in here, and then either you could customize your page, and then that way you could tell that what you have in here is customize it, and you could see all the tickets in there, all the pending tickets in there. You have my profile. So right here, you see incidents here. All these tickets are called incidents. You click on the incidents, and then you will see the list of all the incidents in there. Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, this is a good one. Pictures you see is like you have all the incidents in here, and then it says the incident number and who is opening the ticket for you, and it says wireless access not available. Okay, you don't have to worry about this. This is just an example. It will say like incident number, Joe employee, system booting. Another incident, it comes from somebody else. It says the memory is full. You have incident, whoever is opening, you have that information in there. And then you see the severity here. You have the severity high, medium, low, critical. Okay. Severity is you troubleshoot. So you have SEV 1. SEV 1 is critical. You have to drop whatever you're working on it, start working on this one. Then SEV 2, imminent. Yeah, this is very high too, SEV 2. SEV 3 is, severity 3 is, you call the, a priority. And then SEV 4 Step 4 is severity 4 is low. Is priority or medium. How is defined how your company is set up. Okay, so you're gonna do this. Work on ticketing system using this now. I will give you a chance here, so make sure you you read through all this here when you get the chance. Okay, describe what you're doing at this moment. And you are doing a heavy production support. Heavy production support, okay, because day in and day out you're working on live systems. So when you're doing this, but just don't freak out, okay, just relax, because there are a lot of other people who would be working with you. You are not the only person and doing everything. Interview, they will ask you questions. They will just ask you regardless if you're using those things or not. Now, and then you also said you're also familiar with AWS and VMware. Okay, for AWS, I am not full-time admin, but uses AWS for troubleshooting the Linux. And then you said I am familiar with EC2. I'm familiar with EC2 and the things we covered in the class here. EC2 security group. Security group is firewall. Let's see what else we did here in AWS. Security firewall, EC2. EC2, the generic term is instance. If you use the name instance, then they know like you've been working in there, okay? And then you are familiar with S3. S3 and static IP. You're familiar with AMI. And then for VMware, I I am not a full-time admin, but uses VMware. Okay. And what do you do in VMware? You connect to I'm going to just make this as a bullet points, okay? EC2. Okay. You connect to VMware console and perform troubleshooting. For example, what you do is increase the hard drive, add hard drive, and then third would be increase RAM. This would require reboot. Okay, and then what you do is where troubleshoot network issue. And then what else? So you connect to VMware console from VMware console from a web browser. Chrome. Usually Chrome is working, so just say Chrome. Connect to VMware console from Chrome. What is VMware console? This is it. Oh, that's a catalog, right? launch the browser, and then it will give you the login information, right? So this is, you're logging into the console right now. Okay, so login. What you see here is a VMware console here. Let me take a screenshot. Okay, so once you have all this here, then you could connect, you could do all your troubleshooting from there. So for example, if you're not able to connect party, you come in here, you double click on this, and this is the box. If you're not able to connect from party, what you do is you come in here and you click on launch web console. This is okay. So it will put you in there here. So well, you could further troubleshoot it. You could do a if config. You could see, okay, there is an IP address. Then you're not able to connect to the outside. So what you do is ping google.com. If you're not having problems pinging, then there is no problem with the box. But if you're having problem, then you get the network team involved. Okay. Your work in VMware is very limited. So this is it. Then you also troubleshoot the issue with the physical hardware. IBM, HP. Okay. For IBM, you use. Give me 1 second. Okay, actually for IBM, the HCM is for AIX. There is one more for you use IMM is integrated. So you use IBM Integrated Management Console. This is for AIX. If somebody asks you if you worked on AIX, you just say no, you have not worked on AIX. Worked on physical, you troubleshoot issue with the physical hardware. For IBM, you use IMM. Just copy it from here. Okay. Just tell them that you use IMM, ILO, and DRAC to troubleshoot the issue. And they will say, how do you troubleshoot it? You just go in there and look at the logs. And that way you will see the logs has errors in there. And related to battery. Most of this has a built-in battery in there. Okay, so if the system goes down, the battery will take over. Power supply, power supply, CPU, RAM, and hard drive. IBM, they have 12 hard drives. Okay, and HP and all, it could be anything. IBM, they usually have 12 hard drives. Okay. What else? And then you also manage these cases with vendors who manage with the vendors. Who are vendors here? IBM, HP, Dell, to resolve the hardware issue. What will happen is you open the case. If you find a hard drive is bad, you open the case with whoever is the problem with, if it's IBM, HP, or Dell. You will be having so each vendor, you will have their login credentials. Let me show you what I mean here. your company will tell you to go open your own login information, and they will give you the company code. Go into open case. You will have your own IBM ID and everything. So, but then they will, okay, create an IBM ID. Put in your company email address and all this, and they will create one for you. Later on, it will ask you to provide the company ID. So there is a company code you have to give them. That way they will know which hardware you're talking about. And then you open then you have to open then I open change request for the vendor to come on site. The one who will be managing it, they will come on site. When they come on site, what you will do, you will have all the approvals here, then you will shut down the box, and then you will ask the technician to replace the hard drive. And then you will bring it back up. Then you will ask the application team to verify the applications. So this is the summary. When they will ask you what you've been doing, have this open in front of you and say, I'm working as a Linux admin. And we have about 90 servers, 90%, not 90. And then here, environment, and we have about 10,000 servers. Okay, just go with 10,000 servers. You just mentioned that you have about 10,000 servers in the environment. Okay, that's enough. More than. So you have about more than 10,000 servers. Then you work on change management. Then you're doing heavy production support. I'm working on tickets using ServiceNow. These are the severities of the tickets. I'm also familiar with AWS and VMware. So you just mentioned what you're doing in AWS. And and then you also check logs, which will show you errors and things like that. Okay, this is all about it. Now I'm going to save this. So I'm going to paste it in here. Special. Text. So I have a summary in here. The moment you describe all this here, you know half of the battle is over. The battle is over. Make sure you just have talk about memorize all these questions here. I'm not even kidding you. Somebody had a recently interview, and then they did get most of these questions from here. Okay, memorize this. It's not a big deal. To memorize this, but they will ask you only 3 or 4 questions from this. Okay, and if you answer those correctly, that's all they need. So I need everybody to send me the email today, linux@zmprotech.com. Then I will send you this information, and then I'm going to share your information with the recruiter today. I need all this today because I need to send the information to recruiter. Questions so far? So if there are no questions, then I'm going to end this today. Next week, I'll see if I need to cover anything. I think I have missed one topic. I know which topic is that, so I will work on that, and then I will let you know next week. But pretty much everybody is ready to get the new job. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Amir, you okay? Okay. All right, if no questions, then I will end this today, and then we'll pick it up from tomorrow, next week. All right, send me that email today, okay?
Allah Hafiz.
Okay. Okay, there we okay. Okay. All right. Brother? Good, how are you? Good, good.